Well, it very well may be another chapter in an epic battle of pop stars. After taking down her music from streaming sites back in 2014, Taylor Swift is back on services like Spotify and Pandora.
The announcement comes the very same day Katy Perry released her new album, Witness, worldwide. Jen Peros is Entertainment Tonight's senior news editor. All right, Jen, what's the deal here? Do you think this was intentional that Swift put this out? I mean, dropped this right on the same day Katy Perry dropped her album.
The same minute. So the last thing that we heard from Taylor Swift, she performed at the night before the Super Bowl, and she was like, you guys basically won't hear from me for the rest of the year. I'm taking off, I'm recording new music, and you'll see me at the end of the year. Then, you know, just 4 months later, the same minute of the day that Katy Perry announces that her new album is out, Taylor decides after 3 years to release all of her music that she's ever written back onto Spotify, Pandora, and the internet for free. Basically something that she took such a strong stance on just 3 years ago. So yeah, this is definitely intentional.
Okay, but to be fair here, I mean, there must have been a lot of in the works going on if she's about to re-release all of her albums on all of those platforms. This has been a big deal for Taylor Swift to, you know, keep things off of those platforms. She was sort of having this fight and wanted people to know about this. That had nothing to do with Katy Perry. But you're saying, I mean,
yeah, but you know, there's no new music. She basically is just putting music that she's already had, you know, in her Rolodex out there. It's not like she released a new single or anything. And there's no secret that they've had this ongoing feud now for 7 years. Katy Perry, of course, last month on James Corden kind of reignited it and said, listen, she's going to start this fight. She needs to finish it. And, you know, Katy Perry has really been out there, you know, even from the Manchester concert this past weekend. She's put herself out there to kind of be in everybody's face before this new album Witness comes out. And then you have Taylor Swift kind of coming in and stealing all the headlines away from her.
The other interesting thing is it's often portrayed as a personal feud, but we first learned about it when Taylor Swift, kind of anonymously in this Rolling Stone interview, said that there's another pop star who tried to sabotage my tour. And we kind of later found out it was Katy Perry. So this is kind of a turnabout professional response. But like, what else? I just want to talk about this feud. What else do we know about the feud and why they
So it's been going on for years, right? So exactly. Right before the Rolling Stone interview, I think it was in 2012. Well, it first all really started is Taylor Swift had a short romance with John Mayer. Okay,
it all comes back to John Mayer.
It always comes back to John Mayer. I know, that guy is, oh God, John Mayer. But yeah, so of course everybody thinks that Taylor's single Dear John is about John Mayer. Comes in Katy Perry 2 years later. She starts dating John Mayer for over a year, and Taylor made comments saying, well, I thought we were friends. You know, if a girlfriend is not going to date your ex-boyfriend, and that's exactly what Katy did. And then that kind of started a feud. Then that led into Katy stealing a few dancers from Taylor Swift's tour. And then Taylor Swift, of course, going on the cover of Rolling Stone, of all places, a couple years later, and saying, you know, she's going to start some beef. You know, I'm ready for it.
These are true pop star problems.
Listen,
I know.
You're not going to want to go against Katy Perry. Katy Perry is not gonna stand down. But yeah, exactly, pop star problems. I'd rather have them than some other problems that we have. Right?
Okay, let's talk about another big pop star here, Ariana Grande. She's got a new tattoo.
Yeah, so I actually was fortunate enough to be at the One Love Manchester concert on Sunday night, which was absolutely incredible. And after the show, Ariana and her entire tour and her team got little Manchester bees tattooed on their bodies. They had a Manchester local tattoo artist come to their dressing room after the show was over and did the tattoos right there. And it really was Ariana's symbol to let everybody know that Manchester is always going to have a place in her heart, and she'll always be thinking about them.
After the tragedy in Manchester, she postponed the tour. Do we know what's happening with that, if it's going to come back?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She actually just performed 2 nights ago, her first show since the Manchester concert. We're not sure just yet when her official tour is going to pick up. We're still waiting for that. But yeah, I don't think you're going to see her going silent anytime soon. You know, she spoke to all the victims. She spoke to parents of the deceased girls that passed away, and they all said, go on with the show. Our daughters would have wanted you to keep on performing, so don't stop.
She's done a really good job, I feel like, responding to that tragedy.
Absolutely.
And being supportive.
Class act.
All right, excellent. Jen Peros, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.